Once again, this is Dr. Goel, and this is the video number 3 in English. And once again, I will say it once again, all the purpose of these videos is nobody in 2022 should die from heart attack suddenly. Is it possible? Of course, yes, it's possible. And I will also analyze the India Today, which there was a whole picture, fun picture was dedicated to silent killer. Just 2 or 3 months back, this edition came out. So continuing with chapter 3. So let me say this in this video. Why in heart attack we do lose our life within 5 minutes? What really happens? What is the reason? There is, two reasons. One is direct reason and one is the indirect reason. But basically, heart dynamics is decided by 3 factors. One is the mechanical function. Heart pumps the blood. It's a mechanical pump. And electrical function, second. Heart is very electrical. Just like we need a wiring in the house, we turn on, turn off. The heart is the same concept. And then is blood supply. Heart is on blood supply. If there is no electricity is coming, the switches wiring doesn't help. So these 3 things are very crucial, and if anything goes wrong with any one of these, we can have a heart attack. But if all these three dynamics or 3 things are fine, then heart will do fine. It will keep beating and keep on working, and we should able to do well. So once again, what is the most important work of the heart? We all know, common sense says the most important work of the heart is to pump blood to the brain and provide oxygen and glucose to the brain. It's a muscle. So we call it a cardiac muscle. So you have to understand that our brain can only use oxygen and it can only use glucose. It cannot use fat, it cannot use protein. If for any day, any reason we are not eating, body will break down fat and protein especially, and then convert it into the sugar and provide it to the brain. So our brain, and obviously our brain constantly needs oxygen. Our brain doesn't store oxygen. So we all know that if our brain doesn't get oxygen for 5 minutes, same thing if we are underwater not getting oxygen, then our brain is gone. Unfortunately, to be honest, we can, keep the body alive in such a situation. We can intubate you, we can keep you going, we can maintain your blood pressure, but we cannot really bring you back to life. It's common sense, or it's a fact. When brain is gone, we are gone. Seriously, nothing can be done. My mom, she thankfully lived up to 95 years, and for several years she has been requesting us to let her go, and she passed away last 1 year, God bless her. And so last 3 years she will get confused, and she remembered us as children, but she will ask me always how many children I have, what are they doing. And almost 3 years before that, she was very fine, she was lucid, but we could understand that. And so you get to understand. Let me tell you a real life situation, and whenever I think about it, it brings back very painful memories. So we were going through our residency training back in Delhi, and we were all staying in the hostels these days as a residents, and we already graduated from medical school, and we were getting our training in the hospital. We were young physicians, so all our colleagues, we all together were having dinner, and so we have a junior colleague, eye doctor, ophthalmologist, He finished dinner and he said, okay, let me go home, let me visit my parents. It was a weekend. And so he picks up his scooter and left. And then few hours later, suddenly we found out he is in ICU. We were shocked. We ran to ICU. And he was intubated. He was on ventilator. His vitals were maintained, but he was not responding at all. When he was waiting on a red light, a truck came from behind and hit him, and his, even though he was wearing a helmet, and I'm not sure whether he was wearing a helmet, but his head was hit. So we talked to our professors. It became obvious to us. By that time, we had enough knowledge and experience that his brain was not functioning at all, and we all cried. His parents were there. Eventually, it was very painful moment. So, few things you never forget in life. It was one of those situations. And it has been 30-40 years. We still remember it like it was yesterday. Finally, we convinced the parent and that he's not going to come back, so we discontinued his life support and let the parents do the prayers and have peace. But this was an accident. If you shoot a person like with a gun, he will die. Obviously, that is an accident. But when I'm talking about from a heart dying in 5 minutes, this is a medical situation, and heart is the only thing which can make us lose our life in 5 minutes. So, all of you are aware that the rampant heart attack. There was an article in Times of India. I was staying in the Holiday Inn in Gurgaon few years back, and was somehow somebody brought this newspaper from Calcutta, and there was a headlines there. 25% of the Calcutta population over 40 years of age is very high risk of heart attack, probably from smoking, sedentary lifestyle, so obesity, sitting job. So 25% population above age 40, that is a big number. So this is the end of chapter 3. Thank you so much. Please continue watching these videos on Next Step Living Longer, and I will take you one by one. These videos are both in Hindi and in English. And especially in English, we are writing it down also. We are making small books. Just write go on our website, write to us, nextsteplivinglonger.in and .com, and we'll send you the book also. Thank you.